What's up you guys, it's Alice and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, welcome to my channel. Today, following the theme that my channel has been going in at the moment, Disney related videos, I am going to be doing my Disneyland Paris tips and tricks video, which is why I'm repping my t-shirt. Today I'm just going to be discussing my tips and tricks. I've always said I'm just going to do one of these videos when I came back home, and I did do one and I deleted it. I can't remember why. I think I just watched it back and I really did not like it and I was so unprepared. So I'm prepared. I've got a list of every single thing I want to talk about in this video, I think. Disclaimer, these are the things that I did and I found worked best for me and my friend Sammy when we went. Obviously this won't completely apply to everyone. People want to do things differently, people want to do different things, and that's understandable, but these are a few of my tips and tricks and things that really helped us in case you are planning to go to Disneyland. All of these are tips and tricks I picked up myself, either from inside the park or from other YouTube videos when I was preparing. So yeah. First thing I'm going to start with is travel. But traveling is one of the most important things about going to Disneyland. So you're traveling and you're obviously where you're staying, because if you don't know how you're traveling or where you're staying, that's kind of a big issue. We stayed at the Hotel Santa Fe, which is one of the cheaper Disney hotel options. So you have Santa Fe and Cheyenne, which are kind of the cheaper ones, and then you go on to Newport Bay, and there's another one which were the I can't think what it's called, but it's the Bambi themed hotel, and then also you have the Disneyland Hotel. We stayed at one of the cheaper options because we booked very last minute. So to travel to the parks, we travelled via the Eurostar. From our hotel to the parks we went by bus. There is a little bus station just outside of the parks if you keep going out. The little bus shelter area, and there are many buses. The bus you're looking for will be the bus that has your hotel name on the front. Completely free, really quick and easy. It's great. You can walk as well. There are walking options. We didn't walk just because of how tired we had gotten while we were staying. Travelling on the Eurostar was really helpful and beneficial for us. Both of us find it incredibly easy to get to London St Pan via train. We did have a slight dilemma on the day, which I do speak about in the vlog, so you can go watch them to get more of an in-depth on what actually happened. We had probably a couple of minutes to get through the gates and we just made, I think, like 2 minutes to spare or something due to someone missing her train. So it recommends you get there half hour early. I do recommend it because it was very stressful. Eurostar is incredibly easy. You get there, suitcase ready, go through, scan your ticket, head on through, put your suitcases on the thing to be looked inside of. Leave bags to the side, head off, find your platform, you get on it, and then obviously, yeah, you have passport control as well. Once you've dropped your bags, they check and everything like that. We went from London St Pan to Lyle or Lille, I can't think which it is, and from there we went to the Disneyland train station, which is Marny-le-Vallée or something like that. We booked our train separate to the rest, so we booked food, hotel, everything like that through the Disneyland website, and then we booked our travel separately through the Eurostar website itself. We found for us it worked out cheaper to do it that way. I don't know whether it's because we were doing it so late, but have a look at your options, have a look at how much it would cost you going through the website and how much it would cost you going through the Eurostar website. It was really easy, really accessible, it was great. From there, when we got off at the Marny-le-Vallée, I'm gonna keep saying it like that and it might not even be the right place, so if it is, then I'm incredibly sorry. We paid for the Disney Express service. We got off our train and we headed and followed the signs that basically said Disney Express, and once you get there you hand over certain documents which are the ones that confirm that you are who you are, and obviously identification as well to prove that the name on there matches the name in the passport, and then you also hand over the sheet to say that you have paid for the Disney Express service. It's not very expensive, I think it was about £14 or something like that, and it really helped us out. Basically the Disney Express service is you hand over everything, they give you your park tickets, and they take your suitcases for you and take them to your hotel. So you get everything you need except I think your room key. Yeah, everything but your room key. So you hand over your luggage and then you could just head straight into the park. So if you've never been before, as soon as you walk out of the station, the park is right in front of you and it's literally a 20-metre distance. Any like backpacks or like personal luggage on you, scan that through, and then you can head straight into the park, and you don't have to worry about not being able to go in because of your suitcases. So that really helped us. We spent our first time just checking out the shops. Both wanted to get dressed, get changed and everything like that, so we really wanted to go back to the hotel, even though when we got there we were ahead of time, so we wouldn't have been able to check into our hotel anyway. We spent the first bit going around and we bought lanyards, which I will talk about later, and we just checked out all the shops, which I do recommend doing first of all, is check out every single shop before you buy something. And with the Disney Express service, we got given these little red cards. Obviously I don't have any of them because they take them back when you collect your luggage. You get given these red squares which have been like taken off of the strap that goes around it, and then you hand that in so you can get your luggage. As soon as you get there, you head in and you get your room card, and then you just head across the luggage area, pick up your luggage, and you're ready to go. And obviously when you leave as well, the Disney Express service still applies, so you head to the same luggage area you collected your luggage from. You hand over your luggage and they put the things on, you get the little red tickets, and then you head to collect your luggage. We say probably about a half hour before your train because it can get very, very busy. Meals is another big thing. When it comes to meals, we paid for a half board, just a standard half board. Standard half board means that you get a choice between 5 restaurants to pick from for your dinner. Standard half meal board consists of a breakfast and then another meal in the day. When we got to the hotel, they let us reserve our tables. We had buffet each day, which was incredible. I don't mind restaurants. I'm just very, very particular with food, and certain foods my body does not agree on. So having a buffet is great because it means that I can pick and choose things that I want, and sometimes on a menu there's not things that I really like. So I was really excited because the half board meant we could have buffet, which meant we could eat as much as we wanted. We were eating at probably about 5:30, 6 o'clock each day, and we would keep going until obviously 11 o'clock and watch the illumination. So we wouldn't leave the park until about 11:30. So it kept us going until the next morning we'd have breakfast. During the day between breakfast, we normally have breakfast about 10 o'clock, 10:30. With the meal pass, we got an omelette burger, a croissant or a pain au chocolat, an apple or orange juice, and then a coffee, tea or hot chocolate. And that we got that every single day that we were there for breakfast, and it was incredible food. Absolutely loved it. It's a cute little restaurant in the Walt Disney Studios park as you walk through the Studio One building. We didn't have to worry about bringing more money, saving money for food. The only things we had to worry about is if we wanted food during the day, and we got McDonald's one of the days. Another day we had a hot dog and chips, I think. Booking your restaurant, you get a piece of white paper, square paper, and it basically says your reservation time and at what place. Your meal tickets are about yay big. They're yellow, and they basically say meal ticket, what they're for, and you basically hand it over. At dinner time you get one drink that you get to choose, and you can pay for more if you like. Food and drinks in the park are expensive. It was £3.50 for a water at some places, which is ridiculous. So one thing I recommend doing is planning your day. Don't plan it to a T. So we planned for the first day, which was a half day because we arrived at about 1 o'clock, that we would look around all of the shops, we would get lanyards, and we would decide on things that we would want to buy. We had in mind what we wanted. I wanted to get a t-shirt or a jumper or some sort of like wearable merchandise because that's what I like. I wanted to get my Princess Aurora crown, which I did. I wanted to get some ears, but I couldn't find any ears that I actually really liked enough to buy. I wanted to get a lanyard, and I wanted to get a bullseye, which is on my bed over there somewhere. He's in the middle. You can only really see Stitch. I had to look around at every single shop because one thing is that most shops have completely different things. You could go in one shop, see something you like, go into another shop and prefer that more, but it wasn't in the original shop. I recommend going around and having a look in as many shops as possible before you start buying things. On our second day, we decided that was going to be our ride day, so we were going to go on as many rides as possible and make the most of what we can, especially with our fast passes, which I will go into more detail further down. The third day was going to be for meeting characters, which ours didn't plan out that way. We ended up going on rides again, and we took a nap as well. And then the last day was to do any little extra bits we didn't get around to doing, go on our favourite rides, doing anything we really wanted to do left over, and to take lots more photos. Going on on to Lanyards. I've discussed a bit about shopping, so obviously go around and check your shops. But Lanyards, this is my little lanyard here. I'll take her down. I got the Moana lanyard. On here I have Stitch playing the guitar pin, and I also have the Santa Fe pin because that's the hotel that we stayed at. Doing this now, I haven't held this in a while. It genuinely feels so surreal. It doesn't feel like I went. The lanyard itself was €10 and the little plastic pouch to go with it was €6. This just has a little silver castle on it. In here is where I kept everything important. You get a lot of papery things, which is why I recommend one of these so much. So this here was my fast pass, easy pass even. This meant that we could get into the park during the early hours. If you are staying at a Disney hotel, you get one of these passes, which means that you can enter the park. I think ours was between 8:30 and 10:30, and then general public was allowed in at 11 o'clock. Yeah, so we just had this, so this stayed folded up in here just in case we entered the park earlier. Your park ticket is also paper, so I had Daisy. Then basically on the back here it just says the name, who it belongs to, what hotel you're staying at, and yeah, you basically just scan this little barcode bit here under the thing and it'll let you through. Most of the money I was carrying around was notes as well, which were paper, so they fitted nicely in here as well. I mean, I could carry it, and I could carry any little coins as well. And also your room key is a card. That fits nicely in here. Also have meal tickets, which obviously I don't have any because I use them all, which are paper. And also your reservations are also on a bit of paper, so having a lanyard is really, really helpful because you can put all your paper things inside of it and it's all kept safely in one place. So fast pass tickets, I will go more into this obviously later, but they look like this. Paper as well, so that's really helpful. And then this is my VIP fast pass, because if you check out the Disney vlog, you'll find out why I got this on the last day. They all go into your lanyard and they just stay there. Everything's then around your neck. You don't have to carry any bags. It was so nice not having to carry bags because everything we needed was around our necks. So the fireworks, please make sure you're eating and drinking enough and sleeping. You are going to get tired. Our alarms went off at 8 o'clock. We were out of the place by 9 and in the park by about like 9:30, 10 o'clock. If you go when it first opens, you're in at 8:30 until about 11:30 at night, because that's when illuminations end. So illuminations is at 11 o'clock. We found getting there at about 10 o'clock was probably the best option. We got there at 11:15 one night. It was packed. 11:30 packed, and then the second time we got in at like 10:10. We were able to sit down and we found a really good place. Spoke to a bloke anyway and he was telling us well the best places were, so we took his advice and it really, really paid off. So if you've ever been, or even then when you get there, you'll know, there are these circular bits in front of the castle that are filled with blue and silver flowers. Now if you stand at the barrier that overlooks the blue and silver flowers, just go take a seat there. Then when you stand up to watch the illuminations, no one is stood in front of you, and it slopes down slightly from that bit, so you're stood there, nobody is in your view, so you probably get the tiniest bit of like head at the bottom, but that's about it. So this is now mainly going on to rides. We focused our whole time on rides. We only met Tigger and Ia while there, and that was on the last day because we prioritised rides because both of us really, really enjoy roller coasters. Magic Park app is really, really useful. If you know you have it, you can see when rides are shut down, which rides are your fast pass rides, and which rides have what wait queue. When it's green, that means it's, you know, quite quick. When it's amber, you know, you're looking at it a bit longer, and when it's red, it means that it is chocker. Sometimes we'd see that, oh, 20 minutes green on Hyperspace Mountain, so we'd head over there. We would see that, you know, Crush's Coaster is on 60 minutes and we weren't going to go there because it's red. That's also where fast passes come into handy, so you can see on your Magic Park app what rides you're looking at. If you see that Hotel Tower of Terror is going to be on, you know, it's on probably like 45-minute wait time, then you can head over, you can get a fast pass ticket and then go enjoy other rides until your fast pass ticket is there, so you can skip through the queues. Look at what are your longer wait times and then get fast passes for them. You get multiple fast passes throughout the day, they just cannot overlap. So if you were to go into the park and you were to put a fast pass on Hyperspace Mountain, you could then go enjoy any other rides in the park until your time. So you get a time slot of an hour, it will say outside of the booth what it is. All you do is you take your ticket, you scan it, and it prints out a ticket for that time. You then just turn up at the ride. During that time you get put in a shorter line that gets you onto the ride quicker. Once you have used that fast pass, or the time for the fast pass has passed, you can apply for another fast pass. You just head to another fast pass booth, put your ticket under, scan it, it prints out another one, and you can continue doing what you want. So that's how we made the most of our time there, was by constantly using the fast fast pass machines and, you know, their way of doing it. Keeping an eye on what rides are doing what, so you could go over, put fast pass on something, have something for about an hour, 2 hours time, go and do multiple rides else that you want to do, and then head over to that one. It's such an easier way to plan your day, and you also know that rides that if you don't really like waiting around, that you can just skip through quite quickly. Last two things I'm going to talk about is that you've got cash machines in the park, so as long as you have your card. I have a Revolut card, which was really helpful because it meant that I could convert the money on my app on my phone, and it saved me paying the conversion rate at the cash machine. So have a look into cards that you can use around the world and convert the money on your phone. Really helpful. Obviously, if you just take your debit or credit card, you can use the cash machines to get more money out if you run out of euros while you are in the park. You could get some euros out while you're in the UK, come on over, enjoy your day, and then you want to buy something else and you don't have enough euros, there are cash machines around the park just to get, you know, cash out. You can also use your card in stores. And the last thing I'm going to talk about are the photo opportunities. You have multiple photo opportunities. One place we found which was really good for selfies is about 11 o'clock in the day, morning, there you go. And as you walk through Sleeping Beauty's castle, probably about 10 steps from the exit, if you stand right there and take selfies, you get the perfect lighting. Oh wait. So we were going to head towards the Peter Pan ride, stopped to take photos in front of the castle. However, we noticed there is really good lighting, like literally just here. So we're now taking photos here because, come on, what? So as long as you're not getting in anyone's way, that is a perfect location for some really nice photos with, you know, nice lighting. For photos in front of the castle, if you are, you know, wanting a photo with you and the whole castle in the background but there's so many people in the way, a really good place is when you are looking directly at the castle. If you turn left and head down the slope, there is a little circle that kind of like puffs out and barely anyone ever goes there. So if you go there, stand, get someone else to take a photo, you get the whole of the castle in the background and it's perfect. What we found was a good day if you are there on a Monday or a Tuesday in the morning, first thing in the morning, probably about 10:30. As we were heading to the castle, there was barely anyone there, so we were able to take lots of photos. So early on in the morning is always good for photo opportunities in front of the castle without not many people there. Toy Story Land is also a really nice place to go for photos because there are so many cool things to, you know, have as backgrounds or to pose with. Honestly, a great location for photos. Yeah, I think that's everything. I think main things I can recommend for Disney is to just enjoy yourself, make sure that you are doing what you want to do, and if you're going with people and you want to do something and they don't want to do it but you really want to do it, don't feel ashamed or upset to, you know, or like feel like you're letting them down by separating yourself. There are things called single rider queues while you're there, which means that if you are a single rider, someone that's riding on their own, you can queue in that line, even if you're in a group and you don't mind if you sit next to each other or not. You can queue in the single rider queue. And then for rides that have spaces on the, you know, rides where people aren't sat, they'll put you on that ride. I hope this was helpful, and I hope any of my tips and tricks like helped you out if you are planning a trip to Disney at all or you are going anytime soon. So check out any of my other Disney themed videos, my vlogs and my haul video. I'll leave them all linked down below. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!